Grand Rising. I tried to go at 11:11. 1 minute earlier. What does it matter? Shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, and my TikTok family. Wasn't for you guys, none of this would be possible. Look, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you guys a few signs of the type of woman to avoid at all costs. Confirmation. You know I love raggedy trucks. Look, number one, the kind of woman that can't sit her butt down somewhere and be able to be by herself, self-reflect, meditate in peace. You know, the kind of woman that needs to be out and about, or at the least on her phone all the time, trying to keep up with what's going on, what's trending, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you know what I'm saying, she feels like she needs to stay on top of. 11:11, perfect timing, you know what I'm saying? Avoid this kind of woman at all costs. Number two, a kind of woman that's all about, you know, her money, which, guys, I'm gonna tell you, most women are chasing money right now. That's all they care about, you know, with inflation and the economy being the way it is, and then hoflation being the way it is. I'm telling you, women out here are really about their paper. If you break it down to what they do and the kind of guys they go for and what they're trying to get from men, they're really just about paper. You know, a lot of them live in this real lack mentality, and they're feeling like they always need to be getting to the bag. So, you know, a lot of these women really, you know what I'm saying, aren't really worth anything right now. They're really only worried about their next meal, paying their bills, and getting to the bag. So you can't listen to what most of them are saying because they're trying to make money, you know, especially like number three, avoid content creators at all costs. Any kind of woman that's posting anything online, more than a few things on Facebook, and maybe one or two videos on TikTok just so she don't seem weird and guys can like look at what she, you know, see what she looks like. Other than that, if she's posting content regularly on any social media platform, avoid her at all costs. I'm teaching you how to be a proper avoidant. You know, if they're gonna keep dropping labels, we're gonna go ahead and take these labels and wear them as a badge of honor. So if we wanna be avoidants, let's do it the proper way. Avoid any woman that makes you think twice about whatever she says. If she says something to you and then laughs afterwards and you're kind of like, did she just kind of crack on me? Yes, she did. Avoid her. Any woman that thinks that her makeup and a couple sessions at the gym can erase her horrible personality, right? If she's just out here talking about how fit she is and constantly throwing her weave hair over her shoulder and whatnot, if she's not, you know what I'm saying, having any kind of character to back that up, if it's just a face, gentlemen, avoid her, okay? And I can't stress this enough on the social media aspect. I know you guys, you feel like every woman's on social media. Well, most of them are. Most of them are, but not all of them. They're not all on social media. You have to find one. You don't really need one, but for you guys that are greedy, you deal whatever you have to deal with. But for you guys that aren't too greedy, you know, you just getting one or two, you don't have to find them on social media. You can go out in public. There's plenty of women that are looking for men out in public right now, and all you have to do is find one and look for one that doesn't have a social media. Now, if you're looking for a younger chick, she's 9 times out of 10 going to have social media. She don't have to be fixated on it though. You have to be looking in certain places for the right kind of woman. Don't be looking online for your possible future girlfriend or somebody you're looking to possibly build with, or somebody you're looking to possibly entertain. You know, I wouldn't sacrifice that. I don't see the benefit in it. And whenever you start talking to a woman, go check for her social media. 4:20 on the timer, as I said it. On her social media, look for, you know what I'm saying, certain things, right? Look for her putting herself out there, you know, hyper, you know what, basically not wearing nothing. Look for her posting content where she's bashing her baby's father or men in general, right? Just, you know, when I say bashing, I mean unnecessarily posting or reposting videos of other people who are talking negatively about men and she supposedly is healed from the relationship, and she's not making any money from it. Now, if she's making money from it, you can't really go off of that. You got to dig a little bit deeper, but most women are not really making money from anything that they're doing. They're just posting stuff up. So if she has anything posted up talking bad about men and bashing us and making it seem like we're all the same, these are red flags. Also, check for women that don't seem like they can ever take accountability. Like, these women might come off like, you know, coaches, life coaches. They might try to come off as content creators even, that want to see men and women get back together, but they're not really operating like that because they're still single. The facts are the facts. If a woman's over the age of 25 or 26 and she's single, you know, I think in Japan they got their own terminology for leftovers, but that's pretty much what she is. So if she don't want to treat herself as such and start discounting her prices and looking for men that she actually, you know what I mean, is on the same level of, instead of looking for these chads that she knows she don't qualify for anymore, she can be in the Lulu land, but we don't have to live there with her. So avoid these kind of women at all costs, gentlemen. Like, you want to look for a regular woman who knows how to entertain herself, who knows how to have a good time, and someone doesn't get caught up in all, because there's a lot of stuff being pushed out and propagated throughout social media. That's a bunch of propaganda. So you have to be really careful, you know what I'm saying, with the women that you pick, because a lot of women eat up a whole lot of social media because they're on their phones all the time. And she could be programming herself with all this negativity just to get into your reality and question everything that you do and you say and project onto you, to where it's like, what did I bring this woman into my life? Wherever time I turn around, she got something to say about whatever I'm doing. You know, so be very careful with these kind of females. You know what I mean? And I can't stress it enough. I'm gonna go back to this because I think you guys aren't understanding or getting the picture. Do not entertain women that are on social media. It is a complete waste of time, all right? I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer. I wanna get in here really quickly and put that information out. Peace, love, and light, you guys. Hit the like button, share the live, subscribe, you know, make sure that you take these notes. These kind of women will be a headache. They will cause you nothing but stress. I know a lot of y'all are looking for this pretty face and da-da-da-da-da. Gentlemen, if you're a younger guy, get it how you live, okay? But if you're over the age of 35, 34, let's think about this stuff, okay? Let's think about it. You don't need no super 10 in the face, because that 10 in the face isn't taking 10 to the face, homie, if you get what I mean. You know what I'm saying? We got to start thinking about longevity and what real, you know what I'm saying, what pretty women go through and what probably causes all the trauma on them through these relationships that they get with these chads and stuff like that, and they dog them out. I'm telling you, the prettier she is, 9 times out of 10, the more she's probably been, you know, unless she's like talking like she's got the Bible in her hand and you can go through her social media. But if she has stuff posted on her social media, if she's pretty, you know, or considered like, you know, and look, y'all, when I'm saying pretty, most of these women are like 6.5s. They put makeup on and it, like, you know, or 6, and it brings them up to like a 7, you know. So that's really what I'm talking about. Most women aren't naturally pretty without the drawn on eyebrows, you know, without the fake eyelashes, without the weaves, without the makeup. We're talking about a rough 6, you know, and she'll probably want to use her body, if she has one, to try to, you know what I'm saying, cover for the fact her face is not all that without all the stuff on it. But again, you know, you have to be really careful with these kind of women. You have to pace yourself. You have to watch for them. We're right here talking a bunch of nonsense. If you meet a woman and you're trying to have a conversation with her, the conversation shouldn't get on politics. It shouldn't get on modern dating. It should really be something fun, something light. If it gets on anything heavy and she's hitting these talking points, you know, talking about how, you know, it's hard on women right now in any kind of way, if she says that, get away from her. If she says, you know, there's a lot of narcissistic men out here and I've dealt with a bunch of them, get away from her. If she's talking about a lot of men just keep avoiding me and there's this thing called avoidance or whatever, and avoidance, get away from her. Basically, any woman is talking and putting labels on people and men, instead of talking about what she needs to be talking about, like, you know, what her favorite movie is, where she goes for her me time. You know what I'm saying? When was her last relationship? And how long did it last? And, you know, what did she learn from it? Stuff like that. This woman will be talking about all kind of other stuff that don't matter. She'll be talking about how her exes made the mistakes, and, you know, the guys that she deal with, everything will be okay. And then all of a sudden they'll start doing these things. No, they're ghosting you because you've come off some kind of weird ass way. And I don't care whatever terminology you use, you're still getting ghosted for a reason. And I can kind of see what the reason is. You know, so again, save yourselves the headache. Save yourselves a bunch of time. Avoid all these red flags that I'm mentioning to you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe that anybody should be out here as a man talking to a woman that's online making money on social media. I don't, bro, let the women be single. Those women that decide to get online, they made the ultimate sacrifice by getting online. And we appreciate them, right? We appreciate it. But they're all out there, man. Just go look at their social media, y'all. Go look at their social media. They get online and act like whatever they say on their social media, they are not going to be held accountable for. You're not going to. Some of these women, I'm just like, how are you? Some of these people are like dating coaches. Some of these women are coaches, life coaches, but don't have a man. And I can see why. You can see the wickedness in their eyes. They can't handle anything that's being said about, like, you ain't even got to be talking to them directly. They can't handle anything that's being said about women in general. And they're losing right now, obviously. So instead of them humbly taking a knee and figuring things out, they'll steady be trying to tell us what we need to correct while no, wait, you don't need to correct nothing. We're not worried about y'all. But you got to avoid these kind of women. The kind of woman that you really want, you know what I mean? You'll find her out and about, maybe somewhere that you're going out to. But I would highly recommend meeting women in person. Try not to meet them on social media, because if you meet them on social media, you can't disqualify them for being on social media. Unless it's Facebook. You know what I mean? But what I would do is just meet women out in person. You know, when you're meeting her out in person, if she's giving you signals, see if she's like holding her phone too close and trying to, you know, look at her phone whenever you're talking to her. That's a signal right there. She'll never be able to be pulled away from it. So, you know, if you guys are out here really looking for something decent and not trying to be part of the pool of, you know, STDs and STIs and stuff like that, be more careful. Pay attention. You know, watch how these women move. Don't just look at their bodies and their smiles. Listen to what they're saying. Is she being a smart ass? You know, how long has she been single? You know, if she's in her 30s, like, okay, she's in her 30s and she's talking about she's looking for a man, does she sound like a delusional 22-year-old? You know, pay attention to these kind of things. Look for these kind of things and avoid these kind of women at all costs. Maintain your sanity. You don't need a narcissistic type of woman. Basically what I'm saying to you, look for a woman that's got her life together to where she's not looking for somebody to complete her. She should be complete already. And on top of that, look for a woman that has morals and values. So she don't have to be in the church, but make sure she believes in God and has a firm grip with morality and, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep her legs closed. You know, talk to her, see how she speaks. You can always check and figure out a woman that's in the streets too much, because she'll always reference her previous bodies. She'll always say something. She'll slip up because she'll be talking too much, and she'll say, yeah, I've been with men and I've been with enough men. This kind of stuff is not the kind of things that women say that have low body counts. This is the kind of stuff that women say that have high body counts, that are trying to be politically correct, but don't understand that just using that kind of verbiage make it seem like you got more than a couple bodies. When someone's saying, yeah, I'm out here dating, or I've dated enough men to know, or different kinds of men. Well, we're talking about different kinds of men and different races of men. You know, you can name like different races, like, you know, 5 or 6 different races of men off the top of your head, which puts her over the threshold anyway, right there off the bat. There's more than that, but I'm just saying. So like when they're talking this kind of way, these are different indicators that they're traumatized females that are going to always be the victim and find a way to try to rework reality and try to convince you that the way that you live your life is wrong and that you need to get on board with whatever ideology that they have while being single and having nothing to, you know, to validate anything of what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. I want to get back on here and follow up with this while doing my second walk. About to get on TikTok and work out. But appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Remember, hit that like button. YouTube is getting really weird. They're kind of shaving off views and likes and stuff like that, of that nature during live, at least the lives. I don't know about the recorded video. So just do the best you can. Hit that like button. Leave a comment if you can. Be greatly appreciated. That also triggers the algorithm. And I'll be back out here freezing my butt off later on today. Peace, love, and light.